When looking at this item, it is nothing more than a can of paint that stinks when used indoors. On the other hand, its public image is one that can draw parallels to growing up in Brooklyn. In the mind's eye of society, it's a tool of vandals, a marker of territories, annoyance that is opposite to the American dream. Yet what it invokes is a rich history of my childhood in the mystical land of Crooklyn, more than just a cultural element or an artistic tool. It's a connection to those times that produced what I am today. Back then, the Cryoline can was just part of everyday life. I could care less of its sentimentalities. It wasn't actually until recently that I put any significant history between this object and myself. You can say it all started with obtaining an identity for oneself. Ice, Oz, Nero, the last of the Gondorians, Gons, now Dro. Tags specifically issued to the individual, or so I was told. Nicknames that stuck no matter how hard you tried to shake them. They were your mark, and everywhere you had the balls to write it, it went. However, the threads run deeper than a lesson of the streets. Back then, we had various hangouts across the neighborhood that we discovered or rediscovered and named by us, the 10th Ave. The most I've seen by far was the hatch, situated at our local entrance of Prospect Park was a metal hatch that led to the surface tunnels of the New York City subway systems for the local 15th Street station. For years we had heard stories of people gaining access, partying until the morning, uninhibited by the police. Majority of the time it was locked up tight by the good old MTA, till the stooges of the transit authority left it unlocked for one whole summer, and upon discovery, we went into the darkness. There we were free to tag, mark, drink, smoke to our heart's content, believing we had finally bested our greatest rivals, the NYPD. Yet the prospect of discovery was a real deal. And as it happened the day the 24 store was robbed by semis, Aunt, Haas, and Eddie were having a casual bowl down the hatch. Little to their knowledge, this time a local yuppie spotted them and called the police. And of course, with their wealth of intelligence, the pigs assumed they were the ones that robbed the store and made a daring escape down the surface entrance for a subway. Despite the questionable connections, down they went, guns blazed, to apprehend the three. But instead of giving up, the three dashed into the tracks, shutting the F-line down for several hours. They ran 2 miles down darkness to 7th Ave, only to be faced by a barrage of police guns pointed at them. And that was the end of the hatch. For us, the Cryoline can was just part of everyday life, just part of being recognized. It was just part of who we were, and the thing that connected us, our group, to the place we called home. It reminds me that I'm a dying breed, probably one of the last, as the neo-American culture sweeps across the city of Brooklyn, engulfing it with the yuppies, the trendy, and that horrible, horrible generic American accent.